Hi guys, my name is Shivani and you are so welcome here at Happy Holi. Today we are going to be talking about must-have books for infants and toddlers. So now why exactly is reading to babies important? So in my last week's video around how to make life easy for new parents, I had actually shared that it's never too early to buy books for your babies. It is not only a fantastic opportunity to bond with your baby, but it is absolutely incredible for their cognitive development. So when I had my first baby a couple of years back, I was looking for ways to engage with him, to play with him, and I actually thought that maybe he was too young for books and he would not understand anything, and he did not really help that feeling of mine by sort of tearing books and by chewing on books. So my first recommendation for you would be to get board books. The best books in my opinion to start off with are the set of 10 books. It's also called My First Library and it's easily available on Amazon. These are very simple books and they just have a picture and the name of the picture on them, and kids really enjoy them. And the good thing is that they're tear proof, so even if they put them in their mouths, it's fine. It kind of becomes a bit of a chew toy at some point, but I'm okay with that. And it's very beautiful to kind of see them see these objects, and you can kind of name these objects with them. They turn pages, so they have a lot of fun with these books. At the same time, while you should of course get them board books, expose them to paper books early on as well. The earlier you expose them to paper books, you will notice that they are gentler with their books as they grow up, and they really like the feel of turning paper. It is very grounding for them. So for paper books, my recommendation would be My First 1,000 Words. That's a very well-loved book in my house, and that's why it is in tatters. It has so many objects and it has so many different objects that kids really love, and they love to look at these objects. And eventually once they grow, as they start growing older, they are able to name these things, and then they are able to say, okay, show me this, show me that, and that's a lot of fun. My third recommendation would be to get a book in your vernacular language. So if you speak Hindi, get a Hindi book. If you speak Gujarati, get a Gujarati book. But these are incredibly helpful in that, not only does it help the child stay in touch with the language, because they are being taught English even in schools, and I'm sure you're also kind of trying to speak with them in English at home, right? So of course, while it's good that they don't lose touch with the language, it is also good if you have somebody taking care of the baby who may not know English. So it can be anybody, that doesn't matter, but when they have a book in their vernacular, they are able to sort of read and engage with the baby a lot more confidently, and at the same time you have a hold of the content that the baby is consuming. So we use this Hindi Varnamala book that we really enjoy. We also have these thin Panchatantra books which are absolutely no fail, and Panchatantra kind of goes back to so many years back, right? So those are no fail. So that would be my third recommendation. My next recommendation is Baby Touch and Feel books. Unfortunately, I don't have mine now because it was so played with that we actually had to give it away. It is actually a board book. It does not get injured very easily. But these are extremely engaging. They're very beautiful. They have textures on them. They have sounds, and they are very engaging for especially newborns. They even have mirrors on them, and they are lots of fun, so you have to pick up at least one of them. My next recommendation is bath books. So you have these books which are waterproof, and so these are very well loved by parents, especially when kids start kind of throwing tantrums. If they don't want to go take a bath, this is a good way to kind of engage them, and they have something to look forward to. So that stage of course kicks in a little bit later once they are 14 months or so, but even before that, because these will not tear, they usually have very simple pictures on them, pictures of animals, so you can expose them to your infant, even your 6-7 month old or even lower than that too, and they will look at that and they will take a bath easily, and these are very engaging, so I would highly recommend these. My next recommendation is Baby Touch and Feel books. So if you speak Hindi, get a Hindi book. If you speak Gujarati, get a Gujarati book. But these are actually a board book. It does not get injured very easily. My next recommendation is to get a set of Goodnight books. Goodnight books meaning bedtime books, and Goodnight Moon is a well-loved book, and so at first glance this book actually fails to impress because I was like, what is this? But it kind of grows on you, and because especially if you read them in yellow lights, you kind of start feeling drowsy as you kind of turn the pages, and this is a good fun book, and especially there's a mouse in every page, so eventually the baby, you just read to the baby, and then as the baby keeps growing older, you have different activities that you can do with the baby. Okay, now the mouse is going to sleep, okay, this is going to sleep. So this is a fun book, and this is a good book to begin with if you're anyway looking for a bedtime book. Absolutely appropriate for newborns, for infants, and again, it's a board book, so the baby will not be able to kind of rip it off. So a couple of tips here to help you start reading to the baby. Number one, don't worry about comprehension. It is mostly about bonding with you. Babies love to hear your voice, they love to listen to your voice, and so if you are kind of animating, if you are kind of pointing to different objects, that will keep the baby engaged, and that will be a great activity. Turn the pages of the storybook, and if the baby wants to turn a page earlier, that's fine. If they don't want to turn a page and be on the same page, that's fine. So earlier I would not really get this part because I wanted to kind of move along in the story, and the baby kind of did not, and it just felt like we were on two different dimensions, and I was reading the story and she probably wanted to have nothing to do with the story, and but that's the thing, you have to read at the baby's pace. You have to make reading a baby's activity and not your activity. So that, I think, has to be a big learning from a parent point of view. So not to let your OCD kick in that I have to finish a story when you have started it. So I think that is a big one. You will be surprised that once you start reading books on a day-on-day basis, how quickly the baby grasps and starts learning new things. And don't kind of feel disappointed if you feel the baby is not learning everything, because everything is registering here. They are absorbing everything, and you will see that once the child turns maybe 18 months, 2 years, everything that you have fed into the baby will kind of start manifesting. So this I have noticed with my own son, and it would kind of it didn't, at one point I was like, why am I even doing this? And then when he started talking, he had such a good hang of these really big words, and I do believe that reading had a part to play in that. Next thing is repetition. Repetition is key. They want you to repeat the same thing 10,000 times, and it's tedious and it's boring and it's annoying, yes, but repetition is how they learn. So repeat, repeat, repeat. Don't worry if you are repeating the same story for the 10th time. Don't worry if you're not progressing beyond one page in a book. It is perfectly normal, and just read at your baby's pace. And I hope you will enjoy reading to the baby, and all the links are in the description box below. And let me know how it goes. Until then, please take care and bye.